Hello dear students, today we are going to learn a topic division Pteridophyta. This is a part 4, division Pteridophyta. This is a part 4 of plant kingdom. Division Pteridophyta means pteridophytes are made up of, pteridophyte is made up of two words. Pteris, it means fern, two Greek word, pteris means fern and phyton means plant, fern like plants. It is called, some other book also written pteris, in place of pteris pteron word is used. Pteron means feather like plants, the plants which structure look like feather of bird, like feather bird. The pteridophytes having about 12,000 species. It is most prominent about 250 million year ago. As like today, the dominance plant group in this time is angiosperm. Same about 250 million year ago, the pteridophyte was prominent on earth. Nowadays, most of the species of division Pteridophyta gets extinct. Means they are not present in this time, but they were present in the past. Students, now what is the salient feature of pteridophytes? First, pteridophytes are the plant which also grow on moist and sandy places. Moist and sandy places. Second, this plant having well differentiation in root, stem as well as well differentiation in root, stem and leaves. Beside this, plant have vascular tissues. So the pteridophyte is also called, so it is called as vascular cryptogams because it is belong to the cryptogamia, so it is called vascular cryptogams. This question asked many times in examination, which plant group is also called vascular cryptogams. It means it is having vascular tissues differentiated in the root, stem and leaves, but it is more advanced in cryptogams, but not having flower and seed in it. It is also called vascular cryptogams. Means it have xylem for translocation of water and mineral. It transport water and minerals. Same way, the phloem help in the translocation of food. As like bryophyte, the pteridophytes also require water for moving its male gamete. Water is essential for fertilization. Water is essential for fertilization. The plant body is more advanced in sporophyte. Means sporophyte stage of the pteridophyte is sporophyte stage of pteridophyte is dominant stage. sporophyte, but gametophyte is not dominant. It is a depend on sporophyte. Gametophyte depend on the sporophyte. It can be understand by taking the example of any terrace or derived terrace life cycle. It can be easily understand by drawing the life cycle of the derived terrace or Selaginella, Marsilia, this any one life cycle of the plant. It can be understand further after this general features of the plant. The plant shows plant have in place of root they have rhizome, and from rhizome some adventitious root arise. You know that students, the roots are also of many types. Root also are many types. It may be tap root, false root, adventitious root, rhizome and rhizoids. But here adventitious root is arised from the rhizome. Rhizome is a slight having reserve food material containing compact structures of cells. It is a, you can say it is a group of tissues, group of many adventitious roots combined to form a rhizome. Rhizome a prominent structure. First let us understand by what is a rhizome. I think students or by only discussion it not be clear. This is a rhizome. From rhizome some adventitious roots arise. This is adventitious root. This is not exact like root because it is not developed from like in angiosperm, like you can say it is a radicle. It is not a radicle. This is a plant is called Drypteris. This is a plant called Drypteris, belong to class Pteropsida. This is a same way in this case also. This is a pole structure is called pinna. This is a petiole. This is called rachis. Rachis, R-A-C-H-I-S, rachis. And you can say this is a sporophyll. And this whole plant is called sporophyte. Sporophyte, it means it is 2n. And this is called rhizome. Now, and this is called adventitious root. That arise from the rhizome. From the rhizome, some leafy structures, leaf-like structures are arise, 1 degree leaf-like structures. This is a sporophyll that bear surae at the tip of the flower, tip of the leaf, apical tip. It is called sorus, single sorus. If you indicate many, it may be surae. Sorus is a singular word, surae is a plural word. This is a structure of Diopteris, and this is a sporophytic stage of the plant is 2n. Now they bear sorus and they form spore in it. Sorus bear sporangia and sporangia bear spore, and spore that release from the sorus sporangia and they form protonema. Yeah, you can say it is form prothallus, and prothallus bear both antheridia and archegonia. Now after discussion of this general salient feature of the pteridophytes, again we discuss life cycle of the Diopteris. Students, the pteridophyte especially, they have all these characters. Beside this, pteridophyte shows some special conditions like homospory and heterospory. It is a very unique feature. Homospory and heterospory. Heterospory means pteridophyte. Heterospory means pteridophyte form two kind of spore inside its sporangia. Two kinds of spore, that is a megaspore and a microspore. The megaspore start develop to form female gametophyte, and microspore start develop to form male gametophyte. This is the basic features of homosporous and heterosporous condition. This is a heterosporous. Now inside a single sporangia, single type of spore, either megaspore or microspore form inside. The best example of heterospory condition are Selaginella and Salvinia. Selaginella plants and Salvinia shows heterospory condition. Beside this, the Lycopodium, Equisetum, Pteris, Diopteris, such type of plants shows homospory condition in the plant, means they form single type of spore. Students, beside this, this is a microsporophyll. If they bear microspore, then it is called microsporophyll, and if the plant bear megaspore, it is called megasporophyll. In some cases, like in Equisetum, the sporophyll aggregate and form strobilus. It means cone-like structure they form. As like you can detail study you can study it well in gymnosperm, where the formation of male and female cone takes place. Here the microsporophyll and megasporophyll. This is the, suppose this is a ventral side of the leaf. Ventral side of the leaf bear numerous sorus. A group of numerous sorae. A group of sorus belong here. This is called a single sorae. This bear a sorus which bear sporangia. If sporangia form microspore, then this leaf will be the microsporophyll. If the sporangia form megaspore, then the leaf will be the megasporophyll. In same way, the Diopteris case, it is it's maybe this leaf may be the microsporophyll and megasporophyll, depend on the which type of spore they are going to form. Students, beside discussing with life cycle, I am telling something about the some other features, the leaf morphology in pteridophytes. Leaf may be the are in pteridophytes, it is rare, simply found rare, simply found rare. It is maybe unipinnate, bipinnate and tripinnate type. Unipinnate, bipinnate and tripinnate type. What is a unipinnate leaf? Unipinnate leaf means, suppose this is a rachis and from the rachis directly leaf sporophylla range. It is called unipinnate. In case of bipinnate, the rachis further differentiated into a small another rachis, and from another rachis the leaf is arise. It is called also called 2-degree leaf. It is also called 2-degree leaf. And in same case, in tripinnate case, the rachis further divide into the 3 positions like this, and from which the leaf arises. This is called tripinnate, means 1, 2 and 3. Tripinnate. This is a, in this case, another this is a tripinnate. Again, before forming tripinnate, it is a 1 and 2 dipinnate, and it is a 1. It is a unipinnate. This type of leaf arrangement is also found inside the pteridophyte. Students, you have ever seen in many type of garden, and some people decorate their garden at their home, and they also plant some terrace plants in his garden. This is a decorative and most decorative plants that grown in the garden, that are prepared at the home and house level, you can say. Now students, this let us understand this by the life cycle of the draft. Suppose this is a life cycle of a fern. Life cycle of fern. This is the life cycle of fern plant. This is a plant. Suppose now if we are writing here a fern, it means not a single plant. In fern category, many plants belong. Students, this is a sporophyll, that be a sori. Suppose this is a microsporophyll, it be a microspore. This is a sorus. After maturity, this is a sorus. After maturity, it release their spore. This is a spore. Spore starts germinating. This is germination. This is a spore that start germinating. And after germination, it form a prothallus. This is called prothallus. Prothallus. And prothallus bear numerous antheridia and archegonia. Suppose this is a antheridia, and you know that how the archegonia are prepared. This is the archegonia. the antheridia release in the prothallus. The antheridia release antherozoids that release, this is antherozoids that release through the agency of water and reaches up to the stigma, so not stigma, agency of water reaches to the archegonium. This is a archegonia, because this is a single, so it is a archegonium, and this is antheridium. I think students, you are not clearly observed this. This structure is antheridium. Listen my word. This is antheridium, and this is archegonium. The antherozoids reaches through the water up to the archegonium and fertilize to egg. Now the prothallus. This is a prothallus. After fertilization, suppose fertilization happen at this place. Fertilization happen at this place, and they start germinating to form sporophyte. This is a sporophyte, 2 year, and this is a gametophyte. Prothallus, because it is also called prothallus. This is a degenerating prothallus, because zygote start developing to form sporophyte. They get nutrient from the soil and start germinating themselves, and this is a degenerating prothallus. Degenerating prothallus, and now this degenerate prothallus is fully decomposed of, and this sporophyte is further differentiated to form such type of structure. Now the pteridophytes further divided in two life cycle. This is the independent stage of sporophyte, and this is a independent two form of life cycle present in the pteridophyte, and this is a gametophyte. Because zygote, after fertilization they form zygote here. Zygote comes under the sporophyte stage. So here zygote indicated here, so directly form the sporophyte stage at these positions, and gametophyte at this position, because here sorus form after meiosis, and meiosis happen and result the sorus bear many spores in microis and megaspore inside it. This one is here in some cases the only one type of microspore forms, but in many cases the microspore megaspore form separately, and they form prothallus of bearing archegonia, prothallus of bearing antheridia. So here the fertilizations by the water between the two different prothallus takes place. Here both structure prepare in same, because this is the life cycle of fern. If we are going to talk about Selaginella and Salvinia, here two prothallus structure ready to form. We can form. So this is the life cycle of the pteridophytes. What is a microsporophyll? Here in bryophyte and pteridophyte some similarities is also, like water in bryophyte is also necessary for fertilization in pteridophytes, and other similarities like archegonia, which type of archegonia in bryophyte and which type of archegonia you can compare between with archegonia, where releasing of the spores, some elaters are found, which is balance the water condition inside the spore sac, which help in the dispersal of spore elaters. But in pteridophyte, it is not distinguish which type of letters are, how they are help in the dispersals. Homosporous and heterosporous condition observed in pteridophyte, but it not in bryophytes. This you can compare. Now let us write some question, students. So what is the difference between Archegonia and Entheridia? What is the difference between bryophyte and pteridophyte? What is the difference between the gametophytic stage and sporophytic stage? These differences is explore your knowledge. If you going to write and practicing on them, how they are differentiated between two plants groups, between single plants, Entheridia, Archegonia, how they form, what the structure, what endocyte, mother cell, what is a egg canal cell, venter canal cell, egg and neck canal cell. This question is also arise from in competitive examination answer. This is a very difficult questions. Not difficult, but if you are not correlate this topic, you cannot get different separation between these two: gametophytic, sporophytic, bryophyte, pteridophytes. Now, students, beside this life cycle and general characteristics, some another topic is called classification. How the pteridophyte classify? Classification of pteridophyte. Pteridophyte. Here P silent. Pteridophyte. Pteridophyte further classified in 4 classes. Some recent classification distinguish the pteridophyte in 5 classes also, but according to NCERT, it's classified into the 4 classes. First is just Psilopsida. Examples from the Psilopsida is Cotyledon. Second is Lycopsida. Examples: Lycopodium, Sphenopsida, and fourth is Pteropsida. You know, Sphenopsida, examples: Equisetum. Here some member of pteridophyte is known by common name, is called Equisetum, is called horsetail, Lycopodium is called clubmouse, Psilotum, most of the species of Psilopsida is fossil till now, like Rhynia and Psilotum. Some species of Psilotum are fossils these times. Here another is just Selaginella, is also of Lycopsida. Pteropsida belongs Dryopteris, and some more also Adiatum. You can see spelling of this Adiatum. Now, Dryopteris, Pteris, Adiatum, Equisetum, these are the different plants that belong into the pteridophytes. Now, students, after this, what is the need of one of the important topics in this? It is also called vascular cryptogams. Then you can say the first plants on earth which having vascular tissues, well defined vascular tissues. It can be categorized into the stellar organization. What is stellar organization? Stellar organization means how the xylem, phloems and vascular tissues arrange inside the plants, how they perform work. This can be studied in this topic, but it is more advanced. Stellar organization not given in 12th standard book because it is too difficult which type of steel, but it is important for competition point of view. Stellar organization, many questions: which type of steel is found in Lycopodium, which type of steel found in the steel, spelling is STELE, steel. And so it is known as stellar organization. Stellar organization means how the arrangement of xylem and phloem inside the plant body. Stellar organization is given by von Tigam and Dowliet. When you are going to prepare yourself for medical examination, you must learn the stellar organization. And interested student, if you want to learn, then you can ask question in question or sessions. Now, so this one is a pteridophyte. After this, next division we will learn is a division gymnosperm of Phanerogamia. It is a seed plant but naked seeded types. Thank you, students.